Let's start this. So, AV Boxing News with my man Marshall, Boxing Science 2.0. We're with the WBO champ, Demetrius Boo Boo Andre. What's going on, champ? How's everything, bro?
Yeah, everything's good, man. Kicking it, chilling, staying to the grind, making it happen, and waiting for, but we'll get into that in a little bit.
I get, I feel you, bro. I mean, I guess I'll let Marshall start off the first question.
Well, listen. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for entertaining us. I know you are in camp right now, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely living the lifestyle.
Yeah. So when you find out that your opponent is being switched out, how does that affect your preparation for that guy? So now you have to start a new strategy to prepare for the unknown because no one was announced yet, right?
Well, I'm not going to confirm that they switched the opponent yet until there's like a real situation. Right now, the situation was for me to get a fight in before the end of the year, or fight my mandatory come the following year, February, March, whatever that negotiations, all that stuff happened. I was like, yeah, sure, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, let's get in the ring. That's what I love to do. Let's make it happen. Like, I need to make some noise. People in my weight class are fighting, been fighting. So like, let me like keep the the motivation and keep the train moving on my end. So I jump on the Danny Jacobs card, co-feature, fighting at 168 pounds. They send me a list of guys, and just off records only. I can't get the guys that I want to get, so I always want to go for who has the better record at the time. And Dusty Harrison, I see his name and I see his record, 34-0, whatever knockouts he had, and on paper, and at the end of the day, I'm fighting somebody that's undefeated because that's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking to fight somebody that had 3 losses, 4 losses, 5 losses, 6 losses, 7 losses. Like, I'm beyond that. So, and therefore, that's the type of situation I'm looking to get myself into. If it happens, it happens. At the end of the day, because of the pandemic and stuff, some people, the opponents might not be getting as much, or it's difficult timing right now. But I'm getting in there for free. I'm getting there just to fight. You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah. Well, not for free. Not for free, but.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I'm willing to get in there because that's like what I want to do to keep like I said, keep the train moving, like and I understand what's going on in life. So it's just at the end of the day, just like Dusty Harrison, I guess he was um, he's like heavy. He's heavy. You know what I'm saying? I'm going up to 168 pounds. I'm going up to 168 pounds. I want to test the waters, of course. And he happened to be there. He was 34-0, and I guess he's like too heavy. And so we're trying to give him the time he needs and to do what he needs to do. At the end of the day, you can't play around in the sport. And so now he might be missing out on the only opportunity he ever would have to make some decent money, not a title shot, but make some because your title's not make some type of name when once he step in there. At least he will say, "Yeah, I lost against one of the greats," so that's his opportunity right there, and he can make the best out of it after that. But you never know.
Hey, champ, I wanted to ask you. I know we talked about it on a on a private basis, right? You're moving up, and it's well documented, right? You went from 54 to 60 to 68. Basically, no big name wants to fight you, right? Now, is this planned? Like you said, you was testing waters. Is the move after this fight Billy Joe Saunders because you are WBO champion at 160? You move up, you do have the right to become mandatory at 168. What's your plans overall?
My plan is always to fight Billy Joe. I was 15. I was off for 15 months, and back in 2018 to 19, and the first person that was supposed to fight for the WBO championship was Billy Joe Saunders in Boston, Massachusetts, at the TD Garden where the Celtics played, and yeah, and
It was gonna be huge.
for people that might not know, you know, the reason why the fight didn't go down because, you know, he needed to use banned substance as far as steroids to try to have the edge on me, and he got caught because we used Vada, and you know, I don't play boxing, and I want to make sure I'm in the ring, you know, with somebody that's playing fair. Either we're both gonna be on that shit, or we not gonna be on that shit. Like, what we doing here? You know, I'm gonna be honest. Like, what's up? Like, I didn't know we was doing. I didn't know we was doing that. You know, so you can be out here, I can't. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that. So I play by the rules. I play fair. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fair contestant. But so you know, I went on, won, became world champion again, and next 60 pounds. And at the end of the day, yes, I had the WBO, and he went and got the WBO championship title at the 168 pounds, and it's just like a fight that has to happen. It's like, I don't know why they keep running and keep using excuses about like the Canelo situation. Let's talk about Canelo. Canelo, like, first of all, I don't like to disrespect no man that stepped into the ring and everything. But yo, Canelo be on some bitch shit. You know what I mean? And then some of these fighters that's like sitting there worried about Canelo's also on some bitch shit. Like anybody that begins with the letter C and Charlo. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Billy Joe Saunders. Now it's like Colin Smith. Now it's like as soon as he mentions somebody's name, that person's like, oh no, I'm not gonna fight because I'm in the Canelo sweepstakes. I don't want to fight Demetrius Andrade because I'm in the Canelo sweepstakes. Like, yo, you guys sound like little bitches. Like, yo, let Canelo fight. Let Canelo fight Dustin Harrison. Let Canelo fight. Why don't we fight each other? Let the guys who want to fight. Like, yo, stop looking to, you know, oh, Canelo because like a payday or something. Like, yo, dude, you guys gonna make millions of dollars fighting me too.
Yeah.
Charlo, you offer $7 million to fight. You're telling me you don't want that additional $7 million?
Yeah.
Like, Billy Joe Saunders, you probably make 3, 4. You don't. So you sit there. You rather not make that money. You sit there and wait to see if Girly Girl decides to pick you. Decides. So you're waiting to be big. Like that's gay, bro. No, not.
I get you.
Yeah. Excuse his language, guys. Don't worry. Yay.
I have, you know,
It's all good. It's all good, bro. You ain't gotta go.
Hey, champ. Before I let Marshall add his next question, I was just curious because I want to let the fans know, right, that when the Zone and Matchroom USA first launched, you was one of the first, I think, 8 or 10 fighters from the U.S. to sign with Eddie Hearn, the Zone and Matchroom USA. So from the moment you signed to currently today, right, my thing is, you was one of the first real ones to sign with a promoter that was testing their market in the U.S. A new network coming over here, and the fact that other people came along and signed with the Zone and Matchroom. It seems like they're having opportunities, but yet you're not getting those opportunities. And I know Eddie's mad at me for this, but I do want to put pressure at Eddie Hearn because you put your loyalty to him. He should do his job to getting you those, Danny Jacobs, regardless of, you and Danny are cool. Billy Joe Saunders. He has, who else? He got Calvin Smith. Like, I just feel like Eddie Hearn should pay his dues for you, because he works for you. So, like, what do you think about the overall treatment since signing with, Matchroom and the Zone since you signed with them and now and looking at it right now, champ?
Yeah, like, I understand, like, walking in both shoes. I understand what, like, if I was in the promoter and if I'm the fighter. So I understand how business goes, politics, and all this other stuff. Yes, Matchroom, the Zone need to put more, behind, Demetrius Andrade, I would say. Like, just because I am the matchup that matches up with everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like, that right there alone speaks volumes. You mentioned Danny Jacobs, like, yeah, I match up with him. But Danny Jacobs is not matching with so many other people out there. Nobody's asking for Danny Jacobs and Billy Joe. You know what I'm saying? Or, they're not asking for Danny Jacobs and Charlo. They're asking for Demetrius Andrade and these fighters. You know what I'm saying? More than anybody else. Here you might hear, oh, out the blue. Oh, yeah, Damian Charlo. But realistically, everybody wants to see Demetrius Andrade in there with these guys. And so that being said, it's like, yo, yes, we need to like, like I've been telling them, yo, Frank Warren, right? It's just like it probably will happen, probably not happen. Frank Warren was with Billy Joe at the time. My mandatory guy is this guy Liam Williams, whatever. So I'm like, yo, I give him the 2 for 1.
Give the
2 for 168. Beat on Billy Joe. It's so one, but now Billy Joe's with us. You know what I'm saying? Then, that was that time. I was like, yo, look, dude, I'll give you 2 chances to try to win something out here. Let's just make these fights happen because the people want to see it, and it's great entertainment for boxing. Now, if you look at the layout, it's like, okay, I'm trying to fight because nobody wants to fight me, but somehow Billy Joe's fighting some guy in December 3rd, where it's like they're trying to put him in with an easy guy, unknown guy, so he can still stay safe to fight Canelo.
There's
something wrong with it. There's something.
There's a lot wrong with it, but
it just doesn't make sense.
That brings
when you have control, when we have more control to make that fight happen, then like Charlo right now. Triple G's sort of with Eddie Hearns and stuff like that, match with his own, whatever. So it's like, those power fighters that did Jacob, like, those guys right there are going to make great boxing and entertaining fights that people are going to YouTube.
Yeah.
But here's my point. Here's my frustration with the whole deal. And I'll sit back and I'll study this shit, bro. I see Canelo, Triple G. Triple G goes to the zone. You were there first, then the zone, then they went and acquired Triple G. Then they got Danny Jacobs. So for me, I'm saying to myself, looking at it, why in the fuck is everybody fighting each other, but you sitting on the sideline? All of these guys are recycled. They fought each other. Canelo fought Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs fought Triple G. Triple G. I mean, I know that was post the zone, but you were supposed to be in that mix. And I'm frustrated for you. I can't imagine how you feel when you see all of this happening, but you getting tough guys from Africa that get knocked out but won't stay knocked out. Yeah. And guys like that, which really are a gift and a curse, right? Because those awkward styles make it it's tough for you to go and look pretty because it's hard to prepare for an awkward guy. But if you know what you're preparing for, then you know how to go and take care of that business. So, do you get in this zone sometime and feel like, what the fuck? What is happening? When you see everybody around you, Danny Jacobs screaming, I got M's. Canelo got M's. Triple G is getting M's. I'm not saying you're not getting M's, but you're not getting the big name fights. And I'm going to let you answer. And another thing, what frustrates me is when we talk about a pound for pounders, your talent alone, and I'm not saying this because I'm on the phone with you, should get you there, but your resume is not what's allowing you to get there because those guys won't fight you. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's just my obstacle. It's something I have to deal with, and I'm dealing with it the best way I can deal with it. At the end of the day, I can't count another man's pockets. I'm happy.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody out there in the sport of boxing that made it to that point where they can stop that type of money. Like, I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them. I'm proud to see that. You know what I'm saying? I'm there. I'm in their same shoes. Like, and so when I get the ring, it's like, yeah, I'm making mine too, but I could be making more if I was in the ring more often. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I can't knock nobody's hustle or their situation. But as far as the truth is, nobody, wants to get in the ring with me because they like fill the bag with excuses. First it was this, first it was that, first it was this, first it was that. Now it's like, yo, I got the machine behind me, which is the zone, right?
Right.
Maximum putting the fights together. I got the machine behind me. That's the reason why there's M's being put out there because the machine is delivering that much money, and then when you get off of this much money, like $7 million to fight Demetrius Andrade from Charlo, to fight Charlo from Demetrius Andrade's side,
right?
How the fuck do you turn that down?
Yeah.
Right.
You ain't never made that much money in your life in one night.
Right.
Close to it.
Right.
So you're gonna turn down that much money.
Right.
Dude, you're crazy. That's bananas to me. That's bananas. And then, again, Billy Joe, like I said, that's 7 to Charlo. This is like, information I don't really like to talk numbers. Billy Joe made $4 million fighting me. He will make $4 million fighting me. You're telling me $4 million is not a lot of money?
I mean, I wish
I wish I was getting that.
I think $4 million, like, that's still a lot of money.
Yeah.
And depending on what you do with it, you can make it grow or you spend it all. That's on you.
Yeah.
It's enough.
most people won't see that in a lifetime. Working 9 to 5, they won't see that in a lifetime. So now, with all that,
and then the pound for pound thing you're saying, the pound for pound thing, that's just that 22. I be looking, it's all good, though. I ain't no hater, man. Like, I'm proud. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of whoever's up there because that don't really mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
really.
At the end of the day,
What's up, Corey?
I believe I'm the real pound for pound, right? From 168 to 160 to 168, 160, 154, 147. I'll beat anybody with my skills and talent. Even heavyweight division, if I could be a heavyweight. I would beat anybody. From the 25, 35, 45, the best out there. And when it comes to like whatever, I think my skills and talent, as you're saying, can beat anybody out there. Yeah, there'll be some difficult fights out there, but come on, man, I would beat Anthony Joshua. Any Ruiz, I would definitely beat him. That second fight, I can do that now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's funny.
I don't want to keep going,
Right, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. Hey, boo boo.
My boy Earl Spence has something to say about, the better opponents. So why don't you, tell your twin sisters over there to step up, or you can step up yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like tell them to make it happen.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this, Demetrius. I'm gonna say this real quick. I know I'm gonna put it out there. I'm a huge Demetrius Andrade fan. You see me every time we talk. I got the A-team shirt, right? I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? Marshall. There you go. Listen. Exactly, but hear me out. I'm not. Listen. Yeah, nah. Hear me out.
No habla. I don't know. Sometimes.
It's crazy. Hear me out. Charlo, I like. Yeah. No. Hear me out. Regardless of, like I said, I respect whatever you think about each fighter. Listen, okay. Hear me out.
And he was beating him up.
He gave him work. And he was getting beat up. Getting beat up.
Demetrius, have you got the chance to watch the Dervechenko Jamal Charlo fight? And before I let you respond, I do want to say that I like I say I'm putting out there. You're my guy, right? Charlo, he's cool. Like I have no beef with him, right? But I do want to see that fight happen because he made a statement, right, at 160. I think that fight put him at least top 3 to 5 and 160 with you, right? Now, were you impressed with that fight overall with Charlo's performance over Sergey Dervechenko, regardless of Sergey not getting a big defining win at 160? But regardless, he fought Danny Jacobs and Triple G and then Charlo.
Yeah, listen, I watched the fight. It was definitely a good fight. I thought it was a good fight. But if he called that a war, then you know what I'm saying, he got something coming to him. Then I don't think that was a war. I think Dervechenko is definitely, a good guy in the sense to fight because he did fought Danny Jacobs and he did fought Triple G, but he got worn down in those 2 fights. You feel what I'm saying? This fight too. Nothing my hat goes off to somebody like Dervechenko who is not afraid to get in there with these guys. But if you put me in a ring with him, it's going to be a different situation. But yeah, Demetrius, what is he? 5'9", 5'10"?
He's like 5'7". I've been in the ring with him. Yeah, 5'7".
He went to 2 wars. Like, he's a tough kid. Nothing but the utmost respect for that kid. He went through 2 tough fights with Danny and then Triple G, of course, and then like getting in the ring with Charlo was like, yo, dude, all you're doing is fighting the guys that's already getting beat down. That's like the Canelo blueprint. Let's go fight Dervechenko. Kovas after he's been beat up, worn down. Let's go get him and be like, yeah, we are. Come on, bro.
Nah, I feel you.
Come on, man. Excitement is fighting somebody undefeated that's supposed to be a threat, and then you do what you do, man.
But listen to this. You're very charismatic, right? And you might get under some people's skin, but I know you're likable. And under that same vein, you had Ali and Frazier, right? They understood the importance of working together at some point to make money for each other. That was a mutual respect. Like in boxing, to respect your opponent, you come in the best shape of your life. Another way to respect your opponent is to give them a fight to make money for their family, right? Is there any way that you could maybe form an allegiance with somebody and say, listen, bro,
That's my guy, Marshall, Boxing Science
we have
2.0.
this conversation and let's make this fucking money, bro. Let's get together and make this money. Is there any way that you can? Because a lot of times I tell people that you won't do business with a person that you don't like. But if you can get a nice, decent, conversation going with somebody, something cordial, maybe you can make that happen and take the fear out of them. And they be like, yo, he's a nice guy. Let's go beat up each other and make this money. You think that is a real thing? Is it plausible?
But I mean, in business itself, it's not about liking somebody or not liking somebody. In business, you cannot like somebody, but as long as the dues are being paid, you just gotta have respect for each other, and that's how I would put it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In that sense. As far as like, hey man, yo, dude, you already know that though. You already know that. You know what I'm saying? You already know what we're in it for. You already know why we're doing it. At the end of the day, we're supposed to do our job to, either entertain, like you said, be in the best shape. And yeah, I would definitely listen. I have no beef with nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's all
part of the game.
Like if I seen the Charlo, right, I would just laugh like, I see you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know you see me. I see you. That's how I see you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I would run up to him and be on some like gangsta that I'm too bad. But if it comes the other way around, then it's a problem. But like I'm not looking, I don't have that with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I respect everybody, like I said, but at the end of the day, like when you say something like that, the only person I can like really put my mind to is like somebody like Danny Jacobs. Like, yo, dude, we're cool.
Right.
Then cool, whatever. But like, yo, boo, there's $10 million on the table, 5 each. Then you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna fight to make that money.
Right.
It happened. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so why can't that conversation happen?
Oh, now I mean that conversation been happened a few times.
Right. So because I was under the impression, I'm sorry, Gustavo.
Nah, that's cool. Go ahead.
I was under the impression that because the fourth show is you fighting on the undercard or your co-main event, and that was the prelude to the big clash that everybody wanted. You and Daniel Jacobs going at it. So you're fighting on the same card, and then the next fight you're successful, he's successful, and then you guys announce, listen, this is going to happen. I would imagine that's the way to do business if I was promoting the fight. I'm not asking you to divulge whether that was the plan or not, but I'm just saying, does that make sense to you?
If two people are trying to get to a destination, only one person can get there, we're going to have to do what it takes. We're going to have to do what it takes. We're going to have to do what it takes. And that's just bottom line. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. We'll have dinner later. You see Zab Zuda and freaking Mayweather. They hung out. They was boys during all that time, whatever.
When that money came, it's time to go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, there's no hard feelings. It's just what shit. We was doing this for free.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I do want to comment real quickly because, as much as we all want, right? We want to see the best fights. Like I said, Andre, we speak almost all the time every week, and we talk about all these magical fights, right? I do want to emphasize to people that, from previous experience with the promotions and whatnot, the contracts with whatever you was before, they held you back for 2 years, right? A lot of people are kind of eyeing attention on the whole Canelo with the DAZN and the Golden Boy. He's trying to sue them and whatnot. Like, what I'm trying to ask you, right, is what is like, because how does that work in terms of going to the court, the inactivity? Like, when can that contract be, I guess, separated from you and the promoter? Likewise, like what Canelo's going through right now.
I don't know anything about what Canelo's going through.
Okay, okay.
I have no idea what his contract says or what Golden Boy or whatever. All I can say is I read something about him saying, "I'm not scared to fight anybody," on one of his articles or whatever. And when I listen and hear between the lines, it's like maybe they want him to fight somebody, but they're not going to give him the money that he wants to fight.
That's exactly what's happening.
To fight somebody.
That's exactly what's happening.
Like,
That's exactly what's happening.
You want this WBC guy who just came out of nowhere because at the end of the day, man, I blame David Benavides for his fuck up. He helped this Canelo shit. David Benavides did this. You know what I'm saying? For not being professional and not getting on the scales and weighing in. So therefore, Canelo took that opportunity, especially with the WBC. He got that baby. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. He was in that position. He earned it, whatever. So he goes and they're like, "Yo, we're not paying that much money for this type of guy. You need to fight. You didn't for blah blah blah. Now it's time for an elite guy. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you want to fight an elite guy, you don't get that elite money. You want to fight this guy, this is what we have for you, and that's what I see.
Right.
I could be right. I could be wrong.
No, you're 100% right.
I don't. Why Canelo does that? This is a prime example of what I was saying earlier. Why Canelo's doing that? So everybody else is sitting here like, "Damn, man, Canelo, help me up, man. We gonna pick. Come on, man. We gonna pick, man. This is me." Like, dude, you can fight Demetrius Andrade, make $4 or $5 million. You can fight Demetrius Andrade, make $7 million. You can fight Demetrius Andrade, make $8 million, $10 million. Like, we don't need to sit there and wait for Canelo.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you know what Canelo's going to do anyways? He's going to be like, here's $2 million. No, renegotiate. Here's 2 points. Let's go to this guy, Carl Smith. Would you take? So it's just a game over there. It's just a game.
Right. I know that.
It's a game. Yo, dude, Canelo used my name a few times. When it was me, James Kirtland, I Cortez, or somebody. No, what's his name? Joshua, the African dude that was like. Busani? Nah, Joshua something that fought Pacquiao.
Oh, Joshua, Cloudy. I know.
Josh Cloudy.
It was him. This guy. Yo, dude, he went with James Kirtland. Why? Because he's been out the ring. He had problems. He was, dealing with his trainer, and you're going to pick that guy out of all three of us. You mentioned my name, this guy, using runners. I didn't like wait. I ain't said that. I was like, okay, no, okay. But you that's what they do over there. You want to use good names, and then I'm trying to pick the one that that's suitable for him to win.
I agree, because that's what they did. There's something go around. Yeah.
And then on top of his shit, it's just like, yo, bro. Right, I hear people like, "Oh, I'm fighting like the 34-0 guy." He's like, he was a welterweight. I don't really know, but if he fights at 168, that means everybody moves up in life. Like, dude, you guys try to say something about me fighting this guy that's 34-0 that used to be a welterweight, but you guys allowed Kell Brook to fight Triple G. You allowed Amir Khan to fight Canelo. What's the difference? Right. So therefore, like, let's get one of the smaller guys that's really good, you know what I'm saying? 147 to come fight. 54 Charlo, come on up.
Yeah.
You can never go back down. Too big now. You can never go back down. But whenever them guys down there at 54 and 60, you got Hood, you can come up, fight.
Right.
Got the other child that can come up and fight. You got Warren that can come up and fight. You got Keith Thurman. You got Sean Porter. Come on up.
Right. It makes sense. It makes sense.
No disrespect to them guys that just mentioned. I think that's like, those are that weight class right there, the people I just mentioned, those dudes got balls, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, like they show and then somehow they show and they figure it out. Like, yo, we're all going to fight each other.
Yeah.
We give great boxing matches and great entertainment.
Right. Great show, yeah.
Nothing but the utmost respect for them guys, right? Because those guys put it all on the line, and it's just like, damn, we need to do that for our weight class.
Mm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's the baddest weight class when it comes to like everybody fighting each other. That's how I keep it 100. Those are pound for pound guys right there. Fighting each other.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
You mentioned Danny Garcia briefly, real quick. That's going to be on December 5th. I'm not mistaken, Marshall. Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia. How do you break that down, man? Who you got winning that fight if you was a betting man? You put your house on the line, Demetrius Andrade.
Errol Spence is coming off the situation. That always takes toll, you know what I mean? I don't really know. Danny Garcia, he's a good counter puncher. They're both like big in size. They both have like, I don't think there's like a big size advantage because they both walk around pretty big. It's big 40,
Yeah.
Big 47s. I'm just looking for a great fight, man, and where the best man wins. You know, I don't like to really pick people and let us see. I have to broadcast the situation. Even if I do, I would just like guide the fight. I would just say like, oh, this is what he needs to do to win. This is what he needs to do.
Right.
The keys of victory. Got you.
The utmost respect for both of them guys. Because like I said before, those guys right there are the guys that's fighting each other in the sport of boxing that I see right now. Yeah, you recently got it with Lopez and Lomachenko, but that's not like the 47 guys that's been doing it.
Right. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. And I think the Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko fight really was the catalyst to bringing the energy back in boxing because people were so excited about that fight. And I think Top Rank might have miscalculated the success of that fight too. But I mean, that damn fight got 3 million viewers on it, and I think that was a good thing. I agree with you 100% when you say all those guys are making it happen. Why the hell your big weight guys can't make it happen? Those guys. Imagine if you guys all fought, because it's almost like, and I hate to think like this, but it's almost like they're isolating you. Dervechenko got to fight all those guys making big money, and it's not about money, but he got to fight those guys in that same clique. Triple G, they fought each other. Danny Jacobs. Everybody's getting passed around, but you're getting passed over. And then people complain about you fighting guys who are daring to come up to see you. It's not your fault. Even Eddie Hearn just recently was like, it's really fucked up that everybody, is claiming, Demetrius don't want to fight. But that guy want to fight everybody. And I feel bad that I can't get him in here. But I don't know how bad you really feel because you got Triple G sitting there, and that's a fight. He has some kind of mandatory, but that's a fight that's easy to make. You're both on the same network. Like, that's an easy fucking fight. You should really be. Dervechenko should have never been. You should have been. And I say that respectfully. Dervechenko, this is what pisses me off about you. And I just want to hear your opinion. Dervechenko got 3, and I know you're not a hater. And you success. You wish everybody success, but he got 3 title shots consecutive. Daniel Jacobs, Triple G, and then a Charlo. How the fuck does that happen in boxing? And you didn't even get a chance to get a look at either one of those guys, and you're a champion.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, man. I mean, when people compare, my situation like Marvelous Marvin, or Winky Wright type.
Winky Wright, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like for me, maybe they try to get old. I'm already old, guys. I'm already old. I can't walk. I'm a good looking old man, but I'm already old, guys. Like, get it while it's hot. Don't get it while it's cold and be like, man, I'm 40 already. But like, at the end of the day, it's just like, I can only look at my position and who I'm with, Eddie Hearns, Natural, the Zone, and be like, yeah, guys, like, how you have, like, did you guys spent so much money on, let me put it real quick, like the whole Rock Nation one, right? The whole Rock Nation, so they spent X amount of money for Coda, right? They gave him like
right.
a big ass deal for like 2, 3 fights. Yo, dude, he's old. He's on his way out. Why are you spending all that money on these guys that's on their way out? So the zone, you spending all this money on Triple G, and look, he don't want to fight nobody.
Right.
How you get this money back?
Right. Right.
How do you get this money? You got Canelo. You giving this dude, his side that much money. Then I think he's paying off everybody with it. It's not like 35, like because he got to sign right there to fight 35, whatever. I think he's paying everybody. You know what I'm saying? With that, not too sure. Don't just go with that information. But it's crazy how like we have all the top middleweights, sort of. Like I said, Danny Jacobs, Triple G, Canelo, Billy Joe Saunders. I don't know where Dervechenko is, but he's everywhere. It seems like
yeah.
He's mobile. They move him around. You got Munguia.
A lot of choices.
Yeah, it's just like okay, so like. Why is Demetrius like, yo, yeah, this frustrates, like, why not getting it? Why I'm settling to go on this undercard. When I don't want to get into a bunch of shit because it's not really worth it, but
yeah,
like, I'm settling to get on this card just because, like, what I need to do to, like, go make some noise before my mandatory. You know what I'm saying? Stay busy, all that X, Y, and Z situation. And, like, anybody else, like Terrence Crawford, he was like, or just an example, like I ain't taking a pay cut, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, blah blah blah. And you got fighters like that. I had that type of mindset as well, but then I have to look at my situation like, yeah, I'm not getting the fights that I want anyway. So I'm still gonna probably fight this guy because nobody wants to fight me anyway. So let's get busy.
Yeah,
but I need to like really figure out like how do we get these guys in the ring, and at the end of the day, that's Matchroom's job to get Billy Joe, get if it's Danny Jacobs, Billy Joe, the guys that I mentioned that's on the zone and Matchroom in the ring. Like, yo, why are you guys not putting the best middleweight fights together when you got all of them?
Yeah.
That's the question. And that's what's frustrating to the fans because
and then it goes back to, and then I want people to also know again that I keep saying, if you understand what I'm saying, the excuse is we're waiting for Canelo.
Yeah.
You understand that? Yeah. That's crazy to me. Like, you guys, your excuse to me is to wait for Canelo. It's wild, man. So it's wild, bro.
Yeah, that's a.
It's wild.
Yeah, that is.
So I gotta hear shit from like Luke Taylor. I gotta hear shit from him, from UK. Oh, I beat his brakes off. Why? Ooh,
He is moving up. He's fighting 168.
Like, yo, dude, I've been hearing that all my life. You know what I'm saying? But when I touch you guys are the ones that go down. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's just like that's my thing. It's just like, yo, look, what more you guys want me to do?
It's a fact.
Right.
That's a fact, man. I do. That is crazy. I did want to mention too, man. What are some of the adjustments you had to do as a professional boxer during this COVID era, bro? Out of curiosity, bro.
Not a damn thing. It's all good, man. Not a damn thing. Listen.
It's all good.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I work extremely hard to be like in my position, of course. You know what I'm saying? I mean, right now, because I'm not getting the biggest fights, so I have to invest money different ways and get it right back.
Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards.
At the end of the day, like, I love that my kids are home. You know what I'm saying? They're home, they're chilling. We can do house learning. They don't have to go to school. They got this so, it's so good. Like, you got people out there, oh, my kids, nah, not me. I'm good. They're good. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have our own gyms. We go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? We still live the life because as far as like my life, I'm always social anyway. I'm not like wanting you all out and about and crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But I have fun too. But yeah, I mean, my life's always been like keep my energy and my distance from areas and places and stuff like that. Right. So I didn't really have to make no adjustments as far as that.
Okay.
Let me ask
Feels
you
good,
what
feels good not getting up too early to drop the kids off anyway.
let me ask you a quick question, a little bit side note on the side. When you first got your big check, your big check, your first big check, what was the first thing you bought?
When I first signed, so I'm just go from where I first signed,
Right.
I mean,
The first thing that you bought for you.
I bought a house.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I bought a like rental property.
Okay. Okay, you made some investments.
Yeah, like got a check, bought some rental property, and and then the list goes on. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got rental property, got commercial stuff going on. I don't really like to tell people what I'm into.
Yeah.
A lot of haters out there, and don't need to be tied up in none of that. But at the end of the day, just investment, man. Just knowing that because of my situation and because I know where I came from to where I'm at, money just don't grow on trees, and I'm not just going to sit here and try to go blow it on a car or some jewelry. That don't identify me. You feel what I'm saying? The richest man in the world don't wear jewelry.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? My jewels is gonna be this big ass house.
Right.
It's gonna be like other things. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to do like the culture thing that we are labeled as. We don't we need to change that to be more like I'm a king without that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I agree.
And then, like I said, well deserved for everything. Yeah.
Everybody needs to be more on that type of page. Like, you don't keep it where it counts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't count when it gets snatched.
Right.
When it gets depreciated.
Right.
Just to feel, go rent that shit for a second. Yeah, I'm a believer. Yo, you want that Lamborghini? You want to go drive a Lamborghini? Go rent that shit for the weekend. Kid, you good? You good? It's nothing to it. All you want is spend $300,000 on it.
Yeah.
400 grand. For what? For a car, man?
Yeah.
How much money I got? Before I get that, I'm gonna get a boat, maybe a jet.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's other things in life that's way more than just like that type of the basic type of shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got a plane. I got a nice little 200 Mooney. I don't know if people know what that is. 2,000 Mooney, I mean. But one of the fastest planes that was built in 2000. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy, but we can go up in that shit whenever we want. You know what I'm saying? Helicopter, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that stuff is like what I graduate myself to. Like, that's stuff. But, yeah, man. So, my thing is, when you guys get some money, man, do the right thing with it. Don't go and look to spend on shit that don't matter. Because you get over a Rolex watch.
Yeah.
Hey. Diamond out. Yeah, okay.
Hey, Brody, you're making me regret all these Pokemon cards I was talking about yesterday, bro.
Nah, that's an investment, though. That's an investment, yo. Pokemon's up.
Hey,
Get that.
there you go, bro.
At first, I thought my boy was out there on the app. He's like, yo, man, I had to, this thing might sound crazy, but I had Pokemon shit. So I was like, you Brooklyn or wherever to go, chase Pokemon under that Pokemon app or some shit. My kids were doing that. I was like, he was like, nah. I get the car. The car's in. So
Yo.
This kid, man. I said, buy land.
I thought your boy was like, where? I don't see him no more.
That's crazy.
Yo.
But at the end of the day, man, I appreciate you guys. Keep, doing what you guys are doing just for the sport itself, for myself, and everybody else out there that who you believe in, you want to see happen, man. People like you guys, AB, you know what I'm saying, 2.0, you know what I'm saying, you guys are like continuing to help us and help the sport of boxing. And, at the end of the day, you can't be scared. Get kicked out of somebody else's press conference.
Oh, forget about it.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be scared. If they kick you, fuck it. You know what you got to do? Change your name, change
and come back in.
It's like that. Change the hairdo and come through like, no. Me, I.
Hey.
Photo?
Ah! Yo, boo boo. Before.
Un question.
Un question.
Demetrius Andrade? You feel me?
Hey, champ. Before we let you go, I do have a lot of people that did DM me to say a shout out. So I have the Beauty of Boxing says shout outs to the champ Demetrius Andrade. We have Scott Ruiz saying shout outs to the champ. We got you man Willie. Shout outs to the champ. Who else we got? Hold up. We got Fresh BX in the building. Jump Tube. We got the Sweet Science Examiner. Who else we got that was showing love to you? Big LT, Kadeem Smith. So listen, there's everybody showing you love, champ. Regardless, I do want to say, champ, stay safe. I'm hopefully to see you in Florida, bro. For real, for real.
For sure. You know, we working on it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, thank you for the people that show love. And one thing, it's not easy to be the champ, man. This sport of boxing is not easy. I don't care what anybody says, like haters, whatever, whatever. Yo, this shit is not easy. That's what I have to say. And I make the shit look easy, but it ain't easy.
You know, I would say this. I know you're not like one of those guys that need to be in front of the camera, but you have an outgoing personality, persona. You funny as hell. Like I don't think people they see you heckling people, but I think if they got to know more you, they will climb up and gravitate more to you because you have a welcoming spirit, even though you know you're about the business.
Yeah, for sure. Yo, it's mad funny, right? I went to this concert. It was Power Tower. I don't know if you guys are too familiar with Power Tower, so I thought that's it, right? It's a band, it's rock band. Right. So I'm sitting down with my people, right? I kind of get there a little late, and I'm sitting down with my people. So I'm like, hey, what's up? So, you know, there's a bunch of white people. So I'm sitting next to a few other white people, right? And so I'm like, hey, what's up? And then the guy looks at me, he's like, are you just going to talk this whole thing through? I was like, oh, my bad. I didn't know we were supposed to be quiet at a rock concert. So the show's going on, right? The show's going on. Like there's something to turn up. I'm like, whoa, yeah, whoa. Just and then the guy he looks back at me. He's like, He just kept looking back. And so every time I see and then all of a sudden he's like, I like it. I was like, yeah, usually white people do after they get to know me.
Jump Tube, I'll let you know in a bit. He's still going to keep the title, but he's testing waters at 168.
No, man, it's messed up now, right? That's good, man. But that's what I mean, though. It's like, I think more, and I just want to touch something else quick fast. When I say about business and people liking each other, I know this is business, but I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm an engineer, I got a business. I don't do business with people I don't like. So, I know business is business, but my soul don't accept you. If you're an asshole,
I got you in the DM.
I'm not going to do business with you. So, I think that translates to boxing and in life, that people don't want to make. Why would I help you make money if you're an asshole?
I don't know, man. I would just like sit on that. I would sit on that, man. I would sit on that and think about it a little longer. You know, like at the end of the day, like who cares if you like each other or not? If it's fair ball, then it's fair ball. If there's paperwork, if there's the contract, if there's things written and the lawyer and it's binding, then that's all that matters. I don't have to like you to buy my product.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, but I think
you don't,
there's
you
an
don't,
element.
you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to like, like just change that mindset of like, yo, people, come on, we have to, you gotta to move forward or to benefit, you gotta like, to get more, value.
Yeah.
So, and plus, if it depends on what it is too, I guess maybe, but product, you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, that's what it is. A lot of people are signed to these promoters. You think they like them?
Hell no.
Yeah, it's just business, yeah.
Exactly. So, you know what I'm saying? Just sit on it. You think anybody like Don King? No, but you know what? Hey, sauce is coming in.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, bro. I appreciate. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
I just also want to, like, I want it to be understood, not that. Don't be like, oh, what I'm saying? Because that could be the reason why I don't get a Canelo fight. Because like, I heckle him or this, he will never get, or even a Charlo. One time they was like, because I wasn't fighting, I was laid off, whatever the situation. And he's like, the best thing out your mouth, Demetrius Andrade never get a fight with me. He can stay broke. Like, yo, bro, that's the best thing to come out your mouth.
Yeah.
Now look who's getting offered the most money they ever got offered to fight Demetrius Andrade. And the best thing out your mouth was, you're gonna stay broke. Like because what? Like, you know what I'm saying? That just backwards, bro.
It's tough, man. But hey, listen, man. The world gets better, man. The fights that need to get made is gonna happen. Cause I know you want the fights, bro. Cause
everybody knows that.
We know. I know, bro.
Yeah. What's the worst thing that can happen in a fight?
Yeah.
A knockout or not happening.
Into a fight. It's just
yeah.
That's the worst thing that's gonna happen in a fight, man. We fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Let's just fight. You know, I want to fight. I want to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I want to fight.
Yep.
With them guys. Like, I'm gonna put a fight with them guys.
There you go.
Them guys gonna get a fight. Them guys is gonna get like what they've been getting. Those guys, we're gonna like fight.
There you go. Where could the fans? Champ, where can the fans buy your shirts? I have a couple people asking where can they get the A-Team shirts. Let them know.
You know, I keep my stuff like, limited. So every time I'm fighting, I put on like the hardest gear and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I just like whatever. But I got some like basic stuff that it can always be, get out there for people. I'm relaunching 18.com.
Okay.
Promotion.com, relaunching it because I shut it down once like all my hot gear is done. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see my hats, you see my shit.
Yeah.
It's different every time. So I try to bring like a different flavor in where it's like, it's now or never.
Yeah.
Right.
One or two only out there, hats, shirts, sweaters. So that's how I usually do it. But just go to my page, and once new stuff is up, boom, then it'll bring you to the website.
Yeah. So once
Instagram, Demetrius Andrade.
Yeah, follow him. Yes. Make sure to follow him. Correct. Okay.
Definitely got some hot stuff.
No doubt, champ. My man, Boo Boo. It's always. I mean, like I always talk to you almost every day, right? But I do appreciate your time. I know you're preparing for a fight. So, man, thank you for everything. And, Marshall, thank you for joining us. And like I said, Boo-Boo, Boo-Boo, Hello. No, I want Boo-Boo to hear this in front of Marshall. Boo-Boo knows the people that I like and I don't like. And I told him about you. That Marshall's a good man. Like, he my guy. So, I'm letting you know in front of Boo-Boo. I was like, my man Boxing 2.0 that's my guy right there. Boo-Boo, let him know.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, for sure, man. He definitely was like, yo. I was like, yeah, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm not. You kind of got to see my personality enough, but like some people don't deserve that.
Right, I got you.